you ever wanted to put a 60-inch screen in a backpack? Well, now you can with this Viewsonic. Good afternoon, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, I'm Reese of the 4-piece variety or Wookie Triple XL. And this LS500WHE is our test subject. Very surprising that I was sent it by Viewsonic. I don't actually have a proper projection surface to test it, but this projector is actually so impressive, it literally doesn't care. And even the examples of me testing it on walls that haven't been screed and are actually quite rough, it still looks incredibly sharp and has some of the best colors that I've seen on a projector. And this one is a little bit special. They've done something, well, obviously the LED is really becoming the new thing, and this is a lampless projection system that works off of LED. 3,000 lumens worth. If you do look straight into this, it is going to be somewhat like staring into the sun. So very bright, very, very clear as well, 1080p, 60 FPS. It's got all the right check marks. So before I get into the performance and the usage of the device, let's first start off with what's in the box. Well, there's obviously a remote which gives you control over the system as obviously remotely. The little IR sensors on front over there. So it is an infrared sensor setup. But we know with infrared, you can literally point it at glass and the signal will still bounce off into the sensor. On the top, at the back here, is a full menu setup as well. There is a temperature alert button as well, but I don't really know what that's for because having watched like solid 2-3 hours worth of content on here, it didn't really give me any issues. So I don't know if it will. There is a little fan inside of here as well. So I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be an issue though, just from my usage. The menu and stuff, your source, your color mode on top, which is really nice to have, and then your power button on the far left. An instant startup with this unit as well. There's absolutely no time. It literally starts up within like 10 seconds. You'll see a giant hole then towards like the top left on your screen. That is those are the two focusing rollers over there. There's a bigger one which got a knoppy on it on the end there. That's then for, you know, your main sort of focus, and then there's a secondary ring that's textured there that's for like your secondary focus, so that you can get the picture absolutely perfect. Around the front, there's just the normal portal opening as well. It does cut off the bottom of the lens, like theoretically by the looks of things, right? Which is kind of odd. Nothing over here rotates or anything like that. Then on the bottom at the front, there's a stand obviously to increase your height up and down as you might need to if it's busy standing on a table. I do find that if you do elevate it and you get it more square on, then the picture quality is going to be a little bit better. That being said, the key toning on this is very good. So if it's going either trapeze up or down like that, it's just quite easy to correct. Around the back is where things get a little spicy. You've got an audio in and out, so it's got an audio pass through, which is kind of nice. HDMI, which will carry your signal generally. The USB is just for service, so that's to connect to your PC to do firmware updates and stuff, just to make it a little bit easier. And then similarly with the RS232, I believe it's just for control stuff. Then there is a lock port on the bottom right, so if you need to keep it in your office from sticky fingers, then you shouldn't have an issue there. Normal kettle plug as well, so those are dime a dozen. Around the bottom, there's nothing really that much to talk about, just a couple of mounting points for various frames and stuff, rubberizing on all of the feet, so it's going to be able to stand on a desk nicely and not move around at random because of that rubberizing. So pretty standard projector setup. There's nothing outwardly that gave me any indications that this would be one of the better projectors I've ever used. So LED always had an issue with brightness. It was always quite bad. They were generally, especially in the earlier days, between like 1,000 and maybe 1,500 lumens. So doubling up that baseline to 3,000 was a warm welcome. And warm indeed, because it does have a fan that it needs to run to keep that system cool. But yeah, the picture quality and the color and the smoothness of it are insanely good. And while it is only a 1080p structure, this is 1080p wherever you need it, and it's super light. It's not like a massive TV or something like that that you're going to need to cart around. wherever you want, you can basically pop up like a 55 to 60 inch picture is basically what I tested it to. You'll see from the images and some of the picture stuff that I was doing on my wall. That's just on my wall, guys. It's a gray wall. It's not even painted white. It's a dark gray color. It's non-reflective. It's not like a proper reflective vinyl surface or something like that. I've worked with lots of projection stuff back in the day. We had a Sanyo projector of 12,000 lumens that we called Sandy. It was like 200,000 rand projector. So I've worked with some absolute monsters, and portable projectors, especially the LEDs, generally have been quite a letdown. But now with this, and because it doesn't have a lamp, it's got 30,000 hours worth of expected lifetime. So they're quoting the site at 4 hours a day is 20 years, so 8 hours a day. So if you were using it through your entire working day, this projector's lifetime is still expected as it stands to be 10 years. With a price of 14K, it kind of starts to make sense now as maybe like an office slash school slash, you know, home, even home theater solution. You would buy this projector and have it for 10 years and you can put a small home theater on your wall. It does have a built-in speaker as well, not very good, nothing to write home about, not even really worth recording. The main thing here is this projection quality and the colors. The colors are so nicely saturated. The Color Plus technology that they've put into this, it works. It genuinely works really, really well. So if you're looking for a projector, having tested this one now, of all the LED projectors, this is currently like the best one I've ever used, pretty much to date. And I thought it was weird that Viewsonic was sending me this, and then I started using it, and then I was like, this is not weird. Thank you very much for this experience. I'll be taking this, and you guys have a good day now. Anywho, that is all I have for you on this Viewsonic LS500WHE. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.